Hey guys, I'm HP, this is Dr. Pink, and today's topic is blues guitar triplet studies. This tutorial is a must-have for everybody who wants to really be cool in blues and relaxed in blues. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification button, also join the HPCrazy Guitar Academy with a free member account or a premium member account. So what are we talking about today? Triplets. Well, I give an example. What are triplets? It's the basis of all blues. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These are triplets. 3 note per beats. And we're gonna study the triplets in detail, in depth, because we need to really understand and feel the triplets in order to really play a cool, relaxed blues guitar solo or whatever blues guitar riff. And we're really going to check out the main figures which are built out of triplets. So let's get started. As I said, triplets is the basis of all shuffle blues. So you need to first know what is a triplet. A triplet, if you've never done this before, but if you're still an advanced player, you really need to do this. It's really must have for everybody who wants to have a proper timing in shuffle blues guitar, okay? So, what is a triplet? It's 3 notes per beat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, okay? Here you have a beat. A, then to D. A, E, D, A, E. Okay, it seems to be simple, but there's one main problem with triplets. These are 3 notes per beat, so that means if you play 2 triplets in one row, the first one starts with a downbeat, down, up, down, the second one with the upbeat. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Or you can also play the A minor pentatonics in triplets. So you have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. When you count through 1, 2, 3, now it starts with the upbeat. 1, 2, 3, downbeat. 1, 2, 3. So there's no main problem when you want to play triplets in a solo and you want to make it sound really meaningful. You need to have an accent on the first, and here comes the problem. First one is downstroke, second one is an upstroke. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. So the best thing to do to learn that is focus on the accent and not on the downbeat, you know. So 1, 2, 3, upstroke. Let's check that out. Or down. If you don't do the accent, it doesn't really sound cool. It's like a shark with no teeth. You need to have the accent on the first one. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And down. And the nice thing, it really resolves properly. So the trick is, and you don't see my foot, you also you train yourself. You have the foot. So 1, 2, 3, you know, 1, 2. I'm going to do it with the body now. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that makes your whole system a little bit mixed up, because the first one is downstroke, the other one is upstroke, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Really practice that you have your foot and your body moving on the beat, but it's changing from down to upstroke. It's really a bit tricky. It's not so easy as you might think. And then if you have this thing done, you can play anything just with this method. Or whatever. can play any figure and you don't need to pay attention to the changing of the down and up stroke, you know. It's really a problem. I've seen it with many students which have really difficulties and they try to avoid it with just doing downstrokes. Like, you can do that, but then in this case you just get a certain speed. But there's an exception on this when you do double stops. Like, when you do double stops, then you always do downstrokes. In this case, it's okay. But then you make the accent, you know, like in this case, the typical bluesy thing here, 1, 2. You just slide in on the first 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then it's okay. Works, okay? Okay? Or, and this is another problem, as I said, the problem, we have 3 notes per 1 beat. If you have a repeating pattern like this one, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. In this case, well, you could do all with downstroke, but then it's a bit slow if it gets or oops. If you want to do something like this, there's an exception. You start with an upstroke, then 2 down up, okay? And then you go back down, upstroke, downstroke, upstroke, and then again upstroke. And you make this movement like this. Then it also works. So this is an exception. Or with a double stop. Okay? So this can work. Also this one here. This one is also tricky. Any kind of repeating thing is tricky because it has to always start again with the same. Otherwise you probably get confused, okay? So in this case, this one here, upstroke, downstroke, downstroke. Especially when you play fast. Then you have upstroke, downstroke, downstroke. Also works. Okay, so these are the 2 exceptions, but the main rule is you just keep the alternate picking going on, okay? So that's one of the main problems you really have to check out, and also with the whole body, that you don't fall out of the beat, you know, when you get confused here with the picking. Now, if you want to play proper triplet, now we just play the triplets through, but what is when a figure starts on the second triplet? Of course, then it starts with downstroke, upstroke, and then you're ready with the downstroke for the figure, like. So, and then try to imagine 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. We take this lick here. 5, 5, slide up the really typical opening lick. It starts on the second trip, so 1, 2, 3. It doesn't start 1, 2, 3, 4. Starts a bit on the second triplet of 4. Let's just check it. 1, 2, 3. Okay, really train this. You can also make, let's do a rhythm figure. It's really important that you know the 3 main figures. Shuffle, the shuffle is, when you play triplets, is the first and the third of the triplets. So try this. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Count loud and attack 1 and 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Then you have a perfect shuffle. 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. And in this case, all downstroke. And then, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's the proper way to do it, okay? So let's do that with counting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Oh, that's pretty fast. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Try to play the whole figure through and still counting. If you can do that, then you're the master of triplets, okay? Also, when you have a figure like you could do, if you have a figure like here, 3, 4, you could do it either as shuffle, so 1 and 2 and 3, and it could be just a normal shuffle with a counting on 3, or that it starts on the first note starts on the second trip, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. That's really hard now to count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Try to also do the 1 on 2 and 3 instead of on 1 and 3, okay? And that's the better you can do that and count and still have your groove going on, the more precise you're going to be with triplets in blues. And it's really extremely important because triplets is the basis of blues and any kind of shuffle groove. So the better you can do that, the better, and the best thing to learn is to count loud and work it out, okay? Good. What is remaining? Oh, the last triplet. That will be, let's do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's a really hard one to count through. Honestly, I haven't done it for a while. So also here, also try the one on the third. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. See? Then you hold it and you just play the third. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And then try it with the backing track. This is the last of them. Now let's do the one on 2 and 3. Now we do the one on the last triplet. That would be like this. Or you can also do these things, as I said, in soloing, just that you know how they sound, playing the normal shuffle, playing full triplets with 3 notes or 2, starting on the second and the third. Okay, you can do this in soloing. Let's do second and third. 3, 2, 3. That's how they sound, or the last one. 2, 3. That they're really precise. Yo guys, as I said, this tutorial is a must-have. Control triplets, then you control blues. And the more you have it in your guts, I mean, you know, all this counting stuff, once you're on stage, you don't do this anymore. But when you practice this, you really have to train your body to have all these complex things going on and still staying relaxed. And best, of course, at the end, that you can be creative on the whole thing, and you don't have to count anymore because you remember the different figures which you practice on the point first, as I showed. But then the more you can do it, the more let's say automatism you build in your playing, the more you can be creative, and then you're gonna be precise, like a razor sharp in blues. You know, shuffle blues is really a tough thing. It's not. I mean, everybody can play it, but if you want to get precise, you need to work this stuff out. Okay. Yo, one more to say. If you want to download a few examples of which I just showed. The tabs and this backing track, just drum and bass, is available in the HPCrazy Guitar Academy. Join there with a free member account, but to download the stuff, you need a premium member account. Me and Dr. Pink are saying goodbye and playing a little bit just freely without thinking, just to drum and bass, that you can see that this basis is the main thing which makes blues. Okay, bye guys.